Hi guys, today we are again working on a new incoming DLC with our Werewolf Berserker Dragon Knight. Today I would like to show you what comes with new DLC about Blood Moon set and stacking up light attacks and heavy attacks. So today I will show you how to be a werewolf, which doesn't need stamina, maybe not at all, but it shouldn't be such big resource to keep our damage really high. Uh, I don't know if this bit will work PvP. For sure it will work on bosses to maximize your damage while the boss is below 25% of health. So let me show you what I'm trying to create here. So once again we use Molak Kena for maximize our light attack damage and damage of the rest skills. We use Kwacz Gladiator set. I use medium here just to maximize weapon damage, but you can stay heavy with one piece light, one piece medium to be more resistible for PvP. And Blood Moon Ring. What did I change to our last video is I put Bloodthirsty on our rings to maximize damage to enemies under 25% of health. I was doing testing with infused and weapon damage enchant and with Bloodthirsty, and I can tell that during whole long fight it's better to have infused jewelry, but for quick kills or when you are just a DPS person inside the group to finish enemies like Nightblades do, Bloodthirsty works beautiful. Um, Also, blood I put on being not a wolf during the human form. I changed dagger for Blood Moon Mace to increase our penetration. I also put enchant reducing target physical penetration. So you see, Blood Moon, Gladiator, Molakena in champion point, what is quite important for this test. I will just show you the main important things of this point replacement. I put anything I could in physical weapon expert to maximize light attacks. I think 30% is enough. It's not worth it to put 30 more points just to have this 4 points more in light attacks. It's better to split the point for master at arms to maximize direct attacks, which includes light attacks. You of course unlocking Butcher to maximize light and heavy to enemies below 25%, and Tactician for off balance, so you can make your heavy attacks do more damage. I cannot show you this on Skeleton because Skeleton is Skeleton you cannot put off balance buff on Skeleton. It's immune. I forgot the word, sorry. It's immune for this. And what's rest? Rest is to put a lot in Price's strikes, because Price's strikes also works on light attacks. So when you crit, and on this char you crit a lot, because you need to crit to make the Blood Moon set prots. So it's good to have a lot of Price's attack strikes high. Also piercing, because it's really which we forgot. Okay, it's not working versus person using shields. It's not maybe working well like it was old days, but it's still really good to have against tanky person. Physical penetration, especially when you are using dual wield and it's harder to have high penetration like on, for example, shield and sword. Uh, what I lack here, because it's the point of the test, is to show you the highest possibility range of light and heavy attacks, but at the same time I put 0 to my Thaumaturgy and 0 to Mighty, which makes my Werewolf Blitz at the moment lower than it was in videos before. So here we go, guys. I already put my skeleton below half of his health bar. Um, let's get changed, and I will show you heavy attacks. What I use to buff my heavy attacks and light attacks, just for the test, is of course 10% more because I will put rearming trap. I will put major fracture because this major fracture will work on the skeleton, but major fracture from fear morph of werewolf doesn't work. So this deafening roar because the fear will not prot, so the major fracture will not prot. So I will use Noxious Breath just to lower the target resistance. Major Savager we add here, but I also got a pot to maximize my weapon critical. Like you see now, my resources are really low, 15k Magica, 20k health, so it will be around 26 in 0. Stamina below 30 because my jewelry is now not robust but thirsty. Weapon damage unbuffed 3.5, when buffed around 4k. Resistance really poor. It's don't look at char as a PvP char. Look more like what is possibilities we have now to do with werewolf. I tested on PvE, so killing bosses, dungeon bosses, running as a werewolf is amazing because you kill everything very fast. The heavy attack do a lot of damage, and it splits on every enemy you attack. But okay, let's stop talking. Let's show something. Remember about using this if you want to maximize your heavy attack buff. Put Molter Eminence. It's 40% more damage for your heavy attacks. So when you change for the Vuvu and you are Dragon Knight, remember to that you can use. It's not so obvious, but if you use this, spell damage is now not needed at all, but your charged heavy attack will do 40% more. So if you put your enemy off balance using fear or using champion point when doing the roll dodge, and you put your enemy in off balance, your fully heavy charged with werewolf will apply 40% more. It's really huge. Okay, let's see. So I will put the trap to maximize our critical damage. And let's change. Okay, you see the light attacks regulars are for 16k. Now 32k, 32k, 30k, 22k. Let's do some heavies. 25, 42.6. And the target is already got no major fracture on him. 32. So my best light attack was 32. Blitz were till 9k. Heavy attacks 42k. Crit, non-crit 33. So my DPS just I was not putting attention to unleash or hell. Just were doing some light and heavy. It was 31 without some supreme sets like Relic Queen, which I was showing you in videos before. So just light and heavy attacks. We do something like this. Of course, it applies when the target got 25% of health or less. But still in human form, now Skeleton is on his max, even in human form, these light attacks and heavy attacks are not so bad. You saw? We do light for 9.9, and when we will wait to Blood Moon to prods. Okay, we got prods. 20k. Sorry, 12k, 12k light attack, so it's really not so bad. The heavies, of course, are much more better on Werewolf than here, but still you can do around 20k with heavy attack. On the dual wields and on two hand, 15k, 16k. Maybe it's not amazing, but remember, we are here just to play Werewolf, and in Werewolf form it's really nice. So once again, what I want to show you is possibilities for Werewolf: heavy attacks for 32, light attacks for 32. So if you got high crit rate and your target got around 25-30% of health, and your blood scent, frenzied buff will go from the Blood Moon set, you are able to do in PvE each light attack for around 32k. And here the target was without the buff of Major Fracture. So if you put Major Fracture, which now we werewolves have on the Deafening Roar, it will be bigger for PvE. So we can say that on PvP, even if we split it for 1/3 of this damage, doing light attacks around 10k is really possible, and heavy attacks around 20k. Okay, I will show you later in a separate movie how it works on just running around and doing our werewolf job. Thanks guys for watching. If you like it, thumbs up. See you later.